I think you have to understand the feeling against fascism, the feeling that it was right to contest their advance, even to the point of the supreme sacrifice. Young people like me felt so strongly that we were prepared to do that. And I felt totally justified, and I know my friends did that had gone with me from Britain, totally justified in supporting the Spanish government. It was like a crusade.
Don't regret it? No, of course not. No, I don't regret it. It was something we had to do. And in retrospect, Spain was the first battle of the Second World War, fought on the continent of Europe. I knew that it was not going to be easy. I knew that my chances of survival were very small, give it to 15-20% before I left. There were no illusions.
I bought the Times. Now, the Times was bloody tuppence, and nobody really afforded that because you could get a packet of Woodbines for tuppence. And I remember reading a very small paragraph, perhaps about an inch long, which just said, "There is no doubt that if the Spanish Republican government wins the war, a socialist state will be set up." And really, that was the trigger. I thought, Christ, here's a way out.
And when we got into this chapel, I don't know, might have been 40 of us. And we were from all nationalities in Europe, and there were Poles and Italians and Germans and French, Yugoslavs and Americans and Canadians and a few British. And all of a sudden somebody started to sing the International, and we all sang the International in our own languages. It was the most inspiring experience. Certainly the most inspiring experience I had in my life up till that time. Hasta el fin de la opresión, borrar rastro del pasado, arriba esclavos todos en pie. El mundo va a cambiar de base, los nada de hoy todo han de ser. Abruguémonos todos en la lucha final. El género humano es la internacional. Abruguémonos todos en la lucha final. El género humano es la
wasn't ever done to any organised extent. We were all taught how to use a rifle. Awkward things, though. I didn't care for it. I could never stop it banging back at me. I think there's a very strong feeling, there still is, that women are best not fighting. In fact, there used to be a lot of cracks going on. The fascists, the Franco thing said, yes, the poor wretched women were still found dead in the trenches, still lashed to their machine guns. And the Spanish used to laugh at that. They said we wouldn't have left the machine guns.
Well, it was very little. It arrived very irregularly, and it was cold all the time. It was stew, a little bit of bread, and coffee. Occasionally we got a very little bit of wine, and occasionally there'd be something else brought up as well. You were hungry, you were able to keep going, but you dreamt of food and you talked of food.
The fact is that Franco's troops, with the backing of Hitler and Mussolini, of course, had taken quite a huge part of Spanish territory and had split the country. So the endeavour in being prepared was to ensure that we regained that split and were able to re-establish contact between Barcelona, Madrid and Valencia, the Valencian area. And this meant moving across the Ebro and taking territory on that side.
President Negrin seeks to take advantage of the victory of the Ebro and of the Munich crisis to make peace. He proposes to your faith he withdraws from the front in the very heat of battle, the international brigades, and sends them home. The departure of the international brigades was the heartbreak of Spain. La Pasionaria bids them farewell in Barcelona.
You spoke different tongues, but we understood each other. You knew the danger, and you went to meet it with a song on your lips. You may hold your heads high as you leave. You are history. You are legend. When the olive trees of peace flourish once again among us, return to us. And you women of Spain, tell your children, tell them of the international brigades. Tell them how from across the seas and the mountains these men came to our lands. You gave up all to come here and to tell us your cause, the cause of Spain, is ours also. Many of them, thousands of them remain here, and their shroud is the soil of Spain.
Hay que defenderla con fe y valor, hasta la bandera revolucionaria.